Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, Flow Sports proudly presents Gulf South Conference basketball. This afternoon, the Union Lady Bulldogs, number 6th in the nation, going against the West Alabama Tigers, coming in at 3-9, 2-6 in the conference. And there are the Lady Tigers being introduced, the starters this afternoon. And you're going to see, particularly coming off the bench, now she's a starter, and that is Kendall Lacoste. She's averaging 10 a game. This is not a West Alabama team that scores an extraordinary amount, 57 per game, but Lacoste is a real threat both inside and outside. Now the homestanding Lady Bulldogs, they've knocked down 3 in a row. Shanique Lucas, she's the number 3 scorer on this team at 11.5 a game. And here's your point guard, Jazzy and Houston. Macy Lee, one of the 2 sisters in the starting lineup. Macy, the leading scorer for the Lady Bulldogs, averaging 13.4 a game. And Courtney Zinson, she can fire it up from outside, streak shooter. And Olivia Lee, a freshman who played her high school ball right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Trinity Christian Academy. Mark Campbell's team has picked up 3 in a row after being shocked during the holiday season by Valdosta State, 83-68. And they have put another winning streak again on the line today. They did have a rough go of it down at Montevallo before winning 79-70. West Alabama, coached by Rusty Cram, the biggest challenge they have as far as holding on to the basketball, they're averaging 17 turnovers a game, and that's going to be a tough haul against this Union team that has been forcing 30 turnovers a game, and they're collecting 34 points off turnovers each game. And it's going to be Macy Lee to jump it against Clark. And ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. Lady Bulldogs get the tap. Shanique Lucas, one of the graduate students on this team, and she has the ability to go from outside, but she's always looking for someone open, no matter if it is behind the arc or it's somebody who can drive it in. They're going to have to hurry. They're under 10, and Shanique fires up one in desperation, and it goes through. I think she's been in that position so many times that it has really become almost an automatic. The other thing that West Alabama is going to be challenged by is this all-court pressure that Union puts on a team that not only makes it difficult to get the ball beyond midcourt, but also takes a lot physically out of a team during a course of 40 minutes. Now they're going to have to hurry. They're down to 5. Finally get somebody open in the corner, and the 3 is an air ball. And it served as a 30-second violation, even if Macy had not been able to capture that one. Lady Bulldogs 13-1 on the season, 7-1 in the Gulf South Conference. And Houston thought about stopping and popping and got a spin move and the layup. Jazzy with her first basket of the afternoon, and there you go, trapping the ball and trying to keep it. The one thing the Lady Bulldogs are doing a little bit more of today is getting 3 people up front rather than sending the whole group, because that's where they have been vulnerable, leaving someone wide open at the opposite end of the floor. And Houston in the baseline. And then it is Olivia Lee. That one just a little bit too strong, the iron unkind. And the rebound to Parker, and it's stolen. First turnover of the afternoon, wide open, layup there. Perfect combination as Macy Lee makes it a 6-0 game. And we're barely 2 minutes into that one. They thought about going with a home run ball. And Houston is very fast, and she'll challenge anyone. The key for this West Alabama team is to not get down on themselves early if they fall behind, because this is not a team that has been built for coming from behind. And there's yet another turnover. Lucas is so smart. And Macy Lee with the three. That was about 28 feet out. And Mark Campbell, as you saw the substitutes getting ready to come in, he will trade out every 2 to 3 minutes, most of the time, an entirely new unit. Because playing this all-court pressure, they have to be fresh, and also this gives everybody playing time. He doesn't lose any confidence with who he has. And it looks like major substitutions coming in for West Alabama. Basket good, and the foul. Logsdon knocks it home. Marianne Logsdon, 38% shooter, and so here comes all of the changes in. It looks like we've got a whole population from the next county checking in for both teams. And Rusty Cram is going to try to keep a fresh perspective in there as well. Logsdon, a 61% free throw shooter, nails it. So after Union got out to the 9-0 lead, they finally cut that lead by a third. This Union team averaging, they're the highest scoring Division II team in America. And going down that baseline and thought about getting it. Instead, they go to the corner, and the three is there. The high arc. Perfectly navigated by Leah Cauble. And in this group in here right now, you got Lauren West, who is the number 2 scorer on this team, and she is a huge streak shooter in three-pointers. They try to go underneath, and it's going to be a hard job, but drawing the foul will be Cauble. She tried to maintain her position, but going to the line for 2 will be Julia Rodriguez. She also averages 10 points, mostly coming off the bench. She is a transfer from Kennesaw State. And she nails that one. Kennesaw State is actually going Division I NCAA. And so far, they are perfect, the trifecta from the free throw line, to make it a 12-5 contest. Steve Beverly here with you with all the play-by-play action. Bank shot goes through. Beautifully navigated by Callis. And this is, once again, you can see the pressure giving fits to this UWA team. And they've obviously scouted it and practiced it in these recent outings, because you got to be ready for it against Union. They're down to 8 on the shot clock. And what a move on the inside to force that one in by Rodriguez. That was terrific. And a steal went right out of the hands of Hampel. And again, they keep it around the perimeter. It is very hard to challenge the inside against Union, because they play strong man-to-man defense, but sometimes Mark Campbell will switch off into a zone. Halfway through this first period, fall-away jumper does not go off the back of the iron for Golden. Hampel's going to work one-on-one. Lauren West. Well, it looked like money in the bank, but it was off the right-hand side of the iron, and Union cannot hold it. Boy, you can see just how much time that Callis spends working one-on-one in practice and how she challenges these defenders. That's tipped away, but they recover it. Quick hands on most of these Union defenders. So now they only have 6 seconds to navigate. And trying to force it home, and that's going to be Hampel charged with the foul. they have had some success trying to challenge at the post, and in so doing, going to the free throw line. So Rodriguez will be at the free throw line when we come back from this timeout.
Can I get some noodles?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Well, Rusty Cram has to be happy with the fact that after his team fell behind 9-0, they've actually outscored Union, mostly from the free throw line, 7-5 since that point. And he is employing Mark Campbell's strategy of making wholesale changes when Mark does. Mark's got his starters back in the game. That is with the exception of Keely Robinson, who is in, and that one is the first miss of the afternoon, just rolling off for Rodriguez. And she cuts it to a 14-8 deficit. And here's Lucas, one of the best ball handlers I have ever seen. And she has severely cut down on some of her wildness with the ball. There were times that she would make turnovers just simply not exercising discipline, and she does that now. She is a huge leader on this team. Well, finally, it comes back into the hands of Logsdon. Fans wanted a travel violation, but they didn't get it. So Union's powerhouse scoring has somewhat slowed in its pace since that first 2 minutes of the contest. They're down to 6 on the shot clock. And they're counting it down. Logsdon can't get open and was forced to put one up. And that was blocked by Macy Lee. And driving hard through all of the traffic. And Houston draws the foul. So they'll play it underneath and she'll toss it in. West Alabama 3-9 on the season, 2-6 in the Gulf South. Open for the three. Iron unkind. Tipped away off the hands of Robinson, so it'll go back in the opposite direction. Union has to be really hot. They're going to go for the home run ball, and they may succeed with that. Instead, breaking that up, the foul is charged to Zinson. That's her first. So the strategy that Rusty Cram is employing has actually been working because they're piling up points at the free throw line. That's Jordan Parker, and that goes off the back of the iron. Jordan averages 5 points a game, and that's her first free throw. So they chip away, and they've done a good job of keeping this one from being one in which Union has already made it game, set, and match in the first 6 or 7 minutes. It's very competitive right now, and if Union is not hot from the three, it could stay that way. Inside it goes to Lee. That spin move and got the curl hook. She can switch hands so proficiently. Macy with 5 points. She and Rodriguez are the game leaders, and that one's knocked away. Logsdon tried to fire it home, didn't get it high enough off the glass. Now there's Ann Houston, and she could have taken it all the way inside, but instead, underneath. Firing that home is Leah Cauble. She saw the ticket down the baseline and collected. And most of the day, as we said, Mark Campbell has been keeping 3 up front. Here's a steal. Here's Lucas. Down the stretch she goes. And Rusty Cram calls timeout. He's seen too many turnovers, and so we'll take the break with Union on top, 20-9.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Well, back we are. Rusty Cram, after seeing now 7 points given up off of, now it's 9 with that last basket. 9 points given up off turnovers. He had to stop the bleeding there and get his team settled down because the last 2 possessions they were making some unforced errors. And Union still keeping more of a classic half-court trap defense. Almost stolen. Fast down the floor was Hampled. It almost got it away. And nobody was there, and Logsdon just simply was thinking there was going to be a cutter, and the cutter wasn't there. And so that is, it's only 4 turnovers in the afternoon, but you give up more than 2 points per turnover, it becomes a real problem. And we're getting close to the 1.5-minute mark. There's a real physical battle going on underneath. And firing that one home, the left-hand layup for Callis. She has 4. And Union up by 13 now, and that's the way you beat it, but you got to make the layup. Golden just simply didn't put it up softly enough. West, and she can pull up from 35 feet out and fire it. And left-hander again, it goes for Callis. She's seen something on that left-hand side, and they have not been coming over with help side defense. Under a minute, and Union is extending this lead now. Trying to redirect the offense. They want to get somebody down underneath. They have only hit 2 field goals, and there's another turnover. That is number 6. So Union with an opportunity to try to capitalize another time with about a half-minute left. This is what they do to you. They just start pouring on the pressure. There's 10 unanswered points. And again, Lauren had the range, but just couldn't get it to drop. And there's all kinds of traffic in there, and they get it off the foot of Hample. The shot clock is off, but 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And they finally break through. That looked like it could have been a 3, and that turned out to be a nice delivery inside to Shayla Golden, and they steal it again. And another one drops through for Schwally. So they made a couple of exclamation points that I know Mark Campbell will not be happy about as they forced 2 turnovers there. 24-13, Union leads. We'll be back with the second 10 minutes after this.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Union on top of West Alabama, 24-13. Steve Beverly with you live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee. And the alternate possession will go to the Lady Tigers of West Alabama. Student body not all back yet here. They will resume classes for spring semester this coming week. So they don't have a huge support mechanism from them. Coming down with it, Shiley Morrison. And Shiley's another one that can fire it up from outside successfully. Tell you, for a tall one, Lauren West can also handle the ball inside, and that one was knocked away nicely by Dade. Lacoste was held without scoring in the first quarter, and they've got to have her to start delivering. And that one, again, they were looking for a cutter in the paint. It didn't happen. So that's the 7th turnover for the Lady Tigers, and they'll play it down underneath after the foul. This is only the 2nd foul of the entire game. It's on Logston. Only the 2nd foul on West Alabama. Union has committed 4. And here come the subs once again as the starting 5 largely is who we have in there. And Shanique Lucas, that smooth 3, she has 7. She and Macy Lee are the leaders in the contest. And I believe they only gave her a 2 because it looked like maybe her foot was over the line in the arc, and they've only registered 2, so it's 26-13. And again, trying to get open for something is Lacoste. And the foul. Foul was called on Zenson. Well, Macy Lee tries to extend that wingspan every time on these toss-ins from out of bounds. And Lacoste calls the play and puts it up herself and hits it. 22-footer for Lacoste, and that's her first basket of the game. Knocked away, good defense at the opposite end by Dade. A little bit of an equipment adjustment, and so Shanique Lucas will toss it in. It is a gray, grim, miserable-looking day outside. Typical January day in West Tennessee. Much warmer inside here, and I hope inside your home wherever you happen to be. Good change of pace dribble, and firing it home and drawing the foul is Olivia Lee. Those were the kind of things that Mark Campbell saw from her when she played at Trinity Christian Academy. And she has successfully made her way into the starting lineup along with her sister. Huge substitutions coming in for West Alabama. So Olivia going for the three-point play and fires it home. That's Union's first trip to the free throw line all day. But back to that 5-possession lead and nowhere to go, and Schwally lost it out of bounds. Union has picked up already 13 points off of turnovers by West Alabama. Rusty Cram encouraging his team on defense. Stay together, do what you did when you forced those turnovers at the end of the first quarter. Look at that change of pace dribble and knocked away beautifully. Timing that inside reach was golden to knock it away. Union will have 22 on the shot clock. Now, look how they've got them spread out. That's the way they try to do it. Get wide open. Macy Lee, that was a design play. They spread them out, making them think they were going to go around the perimeter, and Macy just went right down the middle. Macy with 9, and Union up by 15. They just barely got it over. And let's say a 10-second violation. And here's what you have to understand. It's not necessarily what the shot clock shows. The shot clock showed 22 seconds, but if you took 2 seconds to get the ball inbounds before the clock started, then it's still a 10-second violation. A lot of people don't understand that, and if you watch the ticker down there at the bottom, that's not always the indicator. Look at that, give and go. Lucas looking for the open player unselfishly, dishing it off to Macy Lee. They go for the home run once again and almost knocked away by Leah Cauble, and in fact, she was smashed in the head and an offensive foul is called. 10 turnovers for West Alabama, and this thing is just about to get out of hand. Again, massive substitutions coming in for Rusty Cram and for Union. Emma Callis. She had quietly 6 points during her first quarter. We still got 7 to go. When you're going up against the highest scoring team in the nation, you cannot afford mistakes. You've got to try to control the basketball. Of course, Union's defense makes that very difficult to do. Robinson was hemmed up. They got to hurry. They're down to 5. And the jumper. Left-handed, Callis with 8. She's having herself a fine afternoon. Union up by 19. Lacoste tries to go across everybody. No foul called. She had no help really behind her. Charlie Morrison thought about a 3, and as I say, she's got a deadly 3-point shot. And 3-second violation. I don't think we have seen that called all year in a game. They said Emma Callis camped out a little bit too long. That's one of the things, having 3 officials when they went to that, and that's almost knocked away. When they went to having 3 officials in a game made a huge difference because you have an official who can really concentrate on the lane more. So many things they have to watch. And double teaming the ball, knocked it off the knee of Callis. The key thing is they did get it across, but you only have about 22 seconds now to set up your offense. She's having a hard time finding a cutter. Finally did get one, and she's going to take that one all the way, and it wouldn't drop. Dade had a ticket, but it wouldn't drop. They're having to rush their layups, and that's one of the things that happens. Robinson tripped up. That's the 4th team foul on West Alabama, so they won't shoot it. Union will be in the bonus on the next one. And that is the 3rd foul on Clark, so they've already got her in trouble, and Union tosses it away. for the Lady Bulldogs, the 5th turnover as opposed to 10 for West Alabama. And they try to slow the tempo a bit because that's more into their type of game. And the floater, offensive foul. Once again, excellent position by Brooke Hampel to draw that one. That is the second charging foul that Union has taken and gladly accepted. We'll be back here on Monday afternoon for another doubleheader. Change of time for the games from what originally was scheduled. I think it's a good move. I'll tell you about it later. I think it's a good move because it's almost crowd suicide to be going opposite the NCAA National Championship football game. And Keely Robinson stretched and drew the foul. They were up off the bench. The ladies in red wanting a traveling violation called. Lauren West to check back in. And now it is a shooting foul, and here comes the wholesale substitutions again for the Lady Tigers after the first shot is taken. Keely is a 60% free throw shooter. But she had some situations last year that down in the clutch, she did a terrific job. From Paris, Tennessee, way off to the right on that. Paris is only about an hour and a half from here, nails the second one. Union back to the 20-point lead, and Keely will check out Lauren West back in. Lauren has not scored today, and that's sort of uncommon by this time of the contest. So let's see if she begins to get into it. And that one was a case of simply losing control of it, and Rodriguez commits the 12th turnover. Union has picked up 19 points, make it 20 points off their opponent's mistakes. In our production crew from Worthy Road Studios, we are so delighted that they're bringing you the pictures of this game today, a very professional unit. Our director today is Christopher Reasons. Right down there, there you go. You cannot stop her when she gets that steam engine going. And once again, they've got to hurry to get that one across midcourt. Finally do. And it was a 2-on-1 situation, and nailing the layup was McAllister for her first basket. From the there you go. I told you there would be an alarm clock to go off, and Lauren West would join the scoring brigade, and indeed she has. She's the 8th Lady Bulldog to score, and we're going to take time out. Union on top 41-18. More in a moment.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Well, since West Alabama closed it to within 24-17, Mark Campbell's Lady Bulldogs have gone on a 17-1 run. And it looks like they're hardly winded out there, even though that they're playing the entire court, most of them for the entire game. And Rusty Cram, got to hand it to him. He's had a good game plan this afternoon. It's just what happens against this swarming and incisive Bulldog defense. It becomes just very difficult to play within your own rhythm. Usually by this point in the game, Union has, with the exception of the Valdosta State game, has had its rhythm and tempo The shooting and the passing very crisp. So they have put it back to a new 30 on the shot clock. And again, triple teaming down at the opposite end. Macy Lee has such she just has fast feet on defense, and trying to reach in and get the steal, that will be a foul on Courtney Zinson, and that's her third. So Courtney will check out, and Olivia Lee will come back in. Macy Lee, the game leader with 11, 8 each for Shanique Lucas and Emma Callis. And they take their time around the perimeter and trying to get open, and the floater just will not drop. And Olivia Lee comes away with the rebound after the miss by Schwally. Look at that, give and go, bounce pass. Lucas with yet another assist for Olivia Lee. For Lucas, that is her third assist of the afternoon. Here's another steal. Right into the hands of Olivia Lee from her sister, and here you go again. 45-18. That is now 24 points off turnovers for the Lady Bulldogs. Almost stolen again. And they're going to catch a foul. They say it was a reach-in foul for Lauren West, her second. That becomes almost demoralizing when you have a situation like that, and suddenly it's the third turnover in a row. Lauren's going to stay in the game despite the 2 fouls. If she had 3, Mark Campbell might take her out. And look at Lucas and Olivia Lee just absolutely swarm the basketball. Open underneath, trying to get the turnaround, and doing it successfully is Jordan Parker. And Houston and Lucas, what a great backcourt combination they are. They're going to go inside to Macy and watch the spin move. She's trying to go for her left hand, and no, she turns to the right hand, and probably too much difficulty changing the angle on that shot. That's her first miss from the floor this afternoon. Getting close to the 2.5-minute mark. And a big bomb 3 is there. Logsdon with 6. And that is not her strong suit shot. She has, and there you go, reaching up high, not up off the glass. And Union is beginning to miss some layups, which is something that cost them dearly against Valdosta State. Here's a steal. Here goes Lucas. Down the stretch she goes. The steam engine is going full throttle. And back down the opposite end. Beating the defenders down the floor is Logsdon. She has 8. And we're under 2 minutes in the first half, and Mark Campbell has 4 reserves ready to come in. And driving through the defenders, and Houston draws the foul, so she'll go to the line for 2, and then the subs will come in after. No, he's going to bring in the reserves right now. So Hampel is back in. Callis is back in, and Leah Cauble. 8 Lady Bulldogs have scored in the contest, 7 for West Alabama. And Jazzy has that one to hit the iron. Transfer from San Luis Obispo. And gets the friendly roll on the second one. And Shiley Morrison back in. This is a team that typically expects to be at the half-century mark at halftime, and they are 1 basket away from it. And they did the switch-off move, and that one worked for them successfully. Now, they got open in the corner. Parker They don't see her, and they're just basically letting her glide around there, and now they pick her up defensively. Turnaround is not there. It's off the iron. Union crossed that midcourt in 4 seconds. The speed of this team is hard to match. They're down to 15 on the shot clock. And going for the bomb. Yes, sir! Happel with her first 3 of the game, and they have topped the mid-century mark. And forcing, and they could not collect on it. Parker forced that when she was doing it with her momentum going forward, and it pushed it off the glass. So Union will play it. Lady Bulldogs have picked up 26 points off turnovers in the first half alone. Lucas for the 3. No. What a save, but it was a great effort on the part of Callis. Now, they cannot run the clock down, and of course, when you're trailing by 26, you really don't want to do that. They cannot run the clock down. Look how they pick up and double team on the inside against Clark. And the bank shot goes through over the defender for Lacoste. They've held her to 5. And Union with a chance for the final opportunity in this half. Lucas is going to have to hurry. Falls away, couldn't get it, short. Sort of not very decisive as to whether to back up and go for a 3 or try it from there, and she has a shot from right at that point. But the Lady Bulldogs, in their customary role, 51-27, they outscored the Tigers 27-14 in that second period. And after the game closed to within 24-17, they went on a run at one point of 17-1. Let me give you the total scoring overall, and then we'll take a break for you to visit with our sponsors, and then we'll come back with your halftime team stats. But for West Alabama, Marianne Logsdon is the team leader with 8. That's not where she usually is in the category. She's averaging 6 per game for the season, so she's already exceeded her season average. Lacoste has 5, and we've got 5 for Julia Rodriguez. And those 2 are the 2 leading scorers. For Union, and once again, this has been a big afternoon with 9 Lady Bulldogs on the score sheet. 11 for Macy Lee, 5 for 6 from the floor. She's just been all over it today. 10 for Shanique Lucas, and Shanique has also picked up 3 assists. She's just been responsible, add to those assists on that, she's been responsible for 16 points in this game. 8 points for Emma Callis, and she's 4 of 5 from the floor. I'll tell you right now, it'll be on the big board when we show it to you later, 69%. Union is shooting from the floor. Fantastic percentage this afternoon. And then 8 points. Well, we said 8 for Emma Callis as well. And then 7 for Olivia Lee. The Lee sisters combining for 18 points. Leah Caldwell has added 5. So that's where we stand at halftime with Union comfortably ahead, 51-27. So we're going to take some time now for you to visit with some important people, because they're the folks who make our telecast possible right here on Flow Sports, and that is our sponsors. And when we come back, we'll bring you all of the halftime statistics. Steve Beverly saying, stay with us.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Your life, your home,
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Lady Bulldogs back on the floor, leading 51-27 over West Alabama. Now let's give you your halftime statistics. And let's take a look at the breakdown here. Union 69% shooting 22 of 32 from the floor. 46%, which is not chicken feed for West Alabama, 10 out of 22. But it's just they have not been able to get up nearly as many shots as the Lady Bulldogs. And it's tough when you – I don't care who you're playing at what level of ball. If you're going up against somebody shooting 69%, it is so very, very tough. 3-point field goals, Union 4 out of 9 for 44%. The Lady Tigers 2 out of 4 for 50%. So Union has not really put up as many threes, and they haven't had to this afternoon as they typically do. Free throws, Union 3 out of 5, 60%. West Alabama 5 out of 7 for 71%, but trips to the line have not been a real big factor here. Union with the edge in rebounding, 12-9. Here is a big key, as it usually is, against a Union team, turnovers. West Alabama has committed 14 of them, and this is a team that usually 17 a game. They've almost committed their output for the season right here in the first half. 14-5, but look at this. This is the category. Union with a 24-point lead, and if you want to look at the major category that causes that, they have picked up 26 points off of mistakes by the Lady Tigers, and West Alabama has only managed 3. So 23 points on a 24-point advantage at this stage of the game, and you can see once again that is where the huge factor comes, and most of the time against Union opponents, 13 out of 14 of them, that is exactly what has been caused with this all-court pressure that just gives all kinds of fits to their opponents. And the I think the key thing that West Alabama should be credited for is that they have continued, despite making 14 turnovers, to work within the discipline of their team. And they have managed to get open underneath a few times, beating the defenders down the floor. And so the key right now is in the third quarter, can West Alabama manage to narrow this to perhaps, say, maybe a 10 to 12 point lead? Not likely, but if they could, there is a lot to be said as far as game confidence is concerned. So those are your halftime stats. Let me run through a couple of quick things that we need to tell you about. We will be here Monday afternoon, and I'm saying afternoon because the times have changed for Union's doubleheader against Alabama Huntsville that will be right here on Flow Sports. Our airtime will be 2:55 for the women's game. The tip-off times have been changed to 3 and 5 o'clock. It was originally scheduled 5:30 and 7:30, but it's been moved away so that people can go home and have an opportunity to see the national championship football game. I think that is a yeoman's decision because I'd like to see that myself. So anyway, we'll be here 2:55 live on Monday afternoon, so join us for the women's game then. The men's game will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 4:55, and we'll look forward to having you with us for that. Saying hello right now to all of the moms and dads, grandparents, all of the aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers and sisters, everybody who you got a vested interest in these players from both teams, that if you couldn't make it here to Jackson, Tennessee this afternoon, we are surely glad to have you aboard. I know you are proud of each and every one of these young women. We are too, because there is nothing better on a Saturday afternoon than seeing intercollegiate athletic competition. I know Rusty Cram is very proud of his players as well as Mark Campbell. So we're about set to go with the second half, and everybody's going to have their original starters back in. And Union will have the first possession of the third quarter. And so Shanique Lucas, who is just what I call a quarterback of this team, and look at Macy Lee, switched the dribble from left to right and then go in with the left-hand layup. And they continue to double-team the ball. There's a steal. Olivia Lee forcing it, and she just lost her balance in that case. She got the steal, but just could not continue with it, and somebody's going to be open down the floor, and Olivia went in, and I think they may charge her with a foul trying to get it back. I know nobody's any more frustrated. That's the first on Olivia. I know she's frustrated as anybody about not being able to keep her balance at the opposite end and complete the steal. Well, almost got another one. And they do. Courtney Zinson decided she was going to negotiate, and the official agreed. So Union forces the 15th turnover of the afternoon. And once again, they are all over Courtney Zinson. They had her open for a screen, and the jumper just rolls off. And the rebound to Logsdon, who has had herself a fine afternoon with 8 points and 3 rebounds. And right into the hands of Lucas, who she almost lost that from behind. Well, that was not exactly an exchange you would want to put in a highlight reel to show younger players, but Union will play it underneath. Got a good turnout of the locals on a weekend where the students will not be back until Monday to start classes. $20 on the shot clock for Union. They'll go inside to Olivia, turns and fires. It's just huge, huge balance to do what she and her sister both do. And look at the double team again. And they're trying their speed, blocking the three and knocking it off Amazing, knocking it off of Parker. Zinson with a double dip of spectacular. Got the block on the three-pointer and then knocked it off of Parker out of bounds to give Union the ball. How about that? So Mark Campbell sends his wholesale substitutions in. Same thing happening in just a moment for Rusty Cram. And Lauren West has got to have some help, and she finally does get it. Hampel trying to work one-on-one. She could not get open, but draws the foul. She was not going to be denied. So Brooke goes to the line for two. The foul is going to be charged to Clark. And here comes the West Alabama substitutes, and Clark is having a discussion with the official about why he called the foul. And she is still having a discussion. Well, that one went on longer than expected. The official very patient and tolerant. So Brooke Hampel goes to the line for two. She's a 64% free throw shooter for the season. Got that friendly roll. That doesn't happen often when you hit it on the front end of the iron, but she had just enough spin on it. Brooke, a transfer from UT Chattanooga and a graduate student, and gets them both. Well, that pumps up the confidence when you come in there and you get two of them, when most of the time it's about 1 out of 2. Look at how much swarming there is underneath, and Shiley Morrison comes away with it and draws the foul. 17th turnover. So Hampel will toss it in. Constant motion on this Union offense. And the big bomb three. No. Iron was unkind, and they scramble for it, and Hampel was out of bounds when she had her half of it. So once again, Union's bringing all 5 up front. And Morrison and Hampel double team. It's going to go back to the Tigers. They have not been able to get Kendall Lacoste heavily into this game with the scoring. There's a steal. And here you go. Quick release. It's almost like a volleyball tip for Hampel. And almost stolen again by Callis. And Rusty Cram is going to take another break. We'll take one, too. Union on top, 59-27.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Got the full complement of Union cheerleaders back today as Mark Campbell draws up what he wants to see from his offense on the next few plays. you know, this just has to be a solid upbeat situation for this team because virtually everybody gets substantial playing time, and yet you don't wear out. I look on here tonight. Now, you see Shanique Lucas has played 15 minutes of the game, 10 points. Macy Lee has played 13 minutes. They're getting their time, they're getting their points, but they're not exhausted when the game is over. And over in the corner, you see the sports information director and assistant athletic director at Union University in the red shirt, Stephen Aldridge, who keeps us so well informed on the most important things we need to know to tell you. We still have more than 7 minutes remaining in this third quarter. And the second one finally goes through. Pushing it hard was Golden to get her second basket of the afternoon. Morrison's going to take it down the baseline. Reverse layup. Shiley Morrison, the 10th Lady Bulldog on the board this afternoon. Well, that's one that we talk about. If you leave them wide open, and they went for the home run pass and got it. You're hearing chants of D up from the West Alabama bench, and there you go, firing that one home. Emma Callis, she's in double figures with 10, the third in the contest today. You just watch the speed of this defense and how quickly they pick up the ball with double teaming. It is so frustrating to an offense that has so much trouble getting things going. Firing home the left-hand layup. Golden has hit a couple of baskets here in the last minute. Lauren West. And that one's tossed aside, and that was an unforced error. So most of the original 5 back in for Union. And Rusty Cram makes his substitutions. I think that's the first time this season I've seen an opposing coach try to match stride for stride full-scale substitutions whenever Mark Campbell does it. But I think he knows that to keep his team fresh against this constant swarming defense, it's almost a necessity. And the offensive foul. Clark, I'm sure, is not going to like that call, and she has that smile on her face that is not to say I'm happy with the call. And firing it home is Jazzy Anusin. So they've just about got everybody in the scoring except Courtney Zinson. Knocked away. Tell you what, Shanique Lucas is just somebody you love to watch because she just simply loves to play the game of basketball. That was the 4th foul on Clark, by the way. So Shanique will toss in. Lady Bulldogs have forced now 20 turnovers. And big bomb 3. Nope. Just off the mark, but Keely Robinson quick for the offensive board. Union with the edge and rebounding in this game. But the shooting percentages have been so strong, it hasn't really been a huge factor. They got to hurry down to 5, and Shanique's going to have to throw up something, a desperation. And as always happens, or at least oftentimes happens, when you get in a situation like that, what does it do? Just bang, boom, zap. And down the floor to pick it up on the backside is Jordan Parker. I can't tell you how many times through the years I've seen a player lose control of the ball and they are going to call palming violation. And we have a media timeout. Union comfortably ahead, 68-35. More in a moment.
Your life, Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Union with a 17-8 edge here in the third quarter. And Rusty Cram, there's one thing another thing that he has to be extraordinarily happy about is that his team has had a number of instances in which they have been able to break the press this afternoon, either going for the home run ball or simply because of the fact that Union left too many people down at the opposite end and he had a wide open player. So this West Alabama team, they have struggled a bit at times during the game, and they got to hurry to get that one in. And the jumper. Iron was unkind, and Macy Lee is, shall we say, she took a bump. Logston charged with that foul. That'll be her third. And Jazzy with that head fake, and they say she traveled. So apparently she just took a step before she went in. When she went in with that head fake, and they say she stepped before she put the ball up for the shot. That's the 9th turnover for Union, and there's one thing you can say about it. Keely Robinson broke up the layup, but she will send to the line Kendall Lacoste. Kendall it's her first trip to the free throw line today. She's 2 out of 5 from the floor. She's attempted 3 3-pointers and connected on 1. And she is from the home base of Livingston, Alabama for West Alabama. And nails them both. So checking in for Union once again, Emma Callis, Leah Cauble. As I say, there are times when Mark Campbell will mix and match because he knows players, because of foul situations, are going to have to play with different units during the season. And look at the spin that Emma Callis got on that one. She has 12. And they toss that one away, so Union will play it. Lady Bulldogs now with 33 points off of West Alabama turnovers. And I will tell you, the stat sheets just look like, when you see a Union game this season, they're just loaded. But there's not one star on this team because everybody seems to do it quite well. That one didn't get a bank. And look at Lucas try to get it away. And she is going to keep it with the Lady Bulldogs. As I say, there's not one star on this team. If you got somebody who is not hot on a given night, somebody else typically picks up the slack. That's how talented this team is. And the big bomb. Oh, yes. Macy Lee, 16. She'd been quiet for a while, but she made everybody realize no foul called on that one, even though going to the deck hard was Emma Callis. Boy, Lucas gets over there so fast. Firing that one home is Golden. She now has 8. Union tried to get that bounce pass inside to Jazzy, and it just didn't go, and they are going to keep it at the opposite end. It was tipped away. So we've got enough substitutes to be filling up your cars at Buc-ee's. So West Owl to toss it in with 2.5 to go. Union getting close to the 3/4 of a century mark. And there you go. Right into the hands of Hampel. Union's passing has a rhythm. Almost lost it. Still got 17 on the shot clock, so they don't have to worry about rushing to the inside. This is going to be a one-on-one against Logston, and that left-hand curl hook is there. Callis with 14. She has had an afternoon, and this is one where they're just going to say goodbye to that one. They managed to get 2 offensive players behind the defense. Rodriguez has 9. Here you go on the backside, Macy Lee. That was almost like you were scooping it out of a basket and tossing it into another basket. And they try home run that time, and it didn't work. If that pass had been slower, Hampel would have been there for it. Olivia Lee comes in to replace her sister. Union University, one of the prestigious institutions in the Gulf South Conference. We like to think that all of these schools are prestigious for the students that they have and the education that these young women get, as well as being athletes. And so many of them go on into careers that have nothing to do with sports, and that was one of the rare types of unforced errors by Olivia Lee. But going back to what we were saying, is that so many of these athletes go on to careers that are not in sports. And it's a testament to these educators that they have, the coaches that they have, and the discipline that they have to study and be successful. Big bomb, no. Iron was unkind. Lauren West, that was about a 35-footer that she puts up. Shows you the kind of upper body strength that she has. Right, this is going to be a backdoor one-on-one. It doesn't fall. But the foul is going to be charged on, and I think that is going to be on Schwally. So that sends Brooke Hampel to the line for 2. She's hit her only 2 from the line so far today. And Brooke with a smooth delivery. And the grad student makes it a 79-43 game. They have to hurry and finally do get it inside to Schwally. They're having to play at a pace much faster than they are accustomed to. This is a team that only averages 57 points a game. Their strong suit is to try to keep the tempo slow and keep it under control. And they are having to rush a lot of their shots, such as that one that you just saw. And Hampel is in all kinds of problems, and we got a jump ball, and the alternate possession will go back to the Lady Tigers with 30 seconds remaining. And they're calling the official over for a discussion. And I think the 30-second clock has to be maintained here because there is 1/10 of a second above 30 on the game clock. I'm just guessing because we are on the totally opposite side of the floor, but I'm just guessing that that's what it's all about. Now, they say because it was a jump ball, there will be 20 seconds. The officials are discussing whether it will be 20 or 30 seconds on the shot clock, and I think it is not a new 30, it is a 20. Nope, they have put it back to 30. So they're, well, I suppose they've settled it. And they may play for the final shot of the third quarter. We're down to 20. And they bring it back out front. Taking her time, calling the play. Now they're under 8. Fallaway is not there. Used up 20 seconds, and it didn't. That's after she didn't have enough mustard on that one, but you couldn't expect her to have any more than that. Union on top, 79-43. It was a 28-16 edge in the third quarter. We got 10 more minutes to play, and we'll have it after this.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Rusty Cram. And we could anticipate that he is telling his Tigers, go out there and play your game. Do not be afraid of this buzzsaw, even though the game is pretty well decided. Just play with the discipline that we work on every day in practice. And celebrate the victories when you do force a turnover or you get a good one open for a three. Shiley Morrison, who will largely run the offense as long as she's in the game. And Union again around the perimeter, but don't be surprised if West pulls up and fires one from long distance. They're down to 10. They've got Anna McCready in the game now. Overshot it, but the follow doesn't go. They had two opportunities there, and that one's tipped. And here you go, Lauren West. The 24th turnover of the game. Union picking up 38 points. Big bomb, and the iron was unkind. And the rebound comes off to Lacoste. That's her third board of the afternoon. And again, taking their time over in the corner. The jumper is there. Lacoste finally in double figures. She only had 2 points at halftime, but the leading scorer is now in double digits with 10. The answer shot is there. Olivia Lee with 12. Union with 4 Lady Bulldogs in double figures. Tell you, to think that that young lady is only a freshman. And she'll have another year to be able to play with her sister because Macy is a junior. There is a big battle going on between Shiley Morrison and Jordan Parker. And going right through 2 defenders and spilling on the floor is Logsdon. So here comes Mark Campbell's subs. Logston so far today has hit 1 free throw, and she's got 8 points. So this would be, if she hits them both, they'll be the 3rd Tiger to go into double figures. Union led 24-13 at the end of the first quarter, and the first 2 baskets of the second quarter went to West Alabama. And then Union put on a 17-1 run, and for all intents and purposes, that was game, set, and match, and they've just been playing for what the final score will be. And Lucas back in. Just how many different things she can do with and without the basketball is borderline amazing. Big bomb. No, too much on it. You could almost see it from the minute that was released by Zinson. And that one just going too far. Union's going to have some numbers here. It's going to be a 5-on-4. And open for the 3. No. Jazzy had a good look at it. And as we say, they had a power play, but it just didn't work. That one was tipped. Just timing herself right there perfectly was Shanique Lucas with that block. That's the 3rd block shot of the afternoon for the Lady Bulldogs. And it's Logston to toss it in. Look at Lucas. I mean, this is just, that is perfection personified. And look at this. Jazzy's going to slow it up. Now, here another big bomb. Nope, iron unkind this time, but the rebound coming off to Kasharna Lucas. Dips and dives underneath, and she comes back up finally. Union comes back up with the offensive rebound and a steal, just snatching it completely away. Big bomb. Nope. So our scoring pace has somewhat fizzled in the last 2 minutes. Shanique. No. In and out. Union's 3-point shooting percentage is falling by the wayside, but that's now 25 turnovers for UWA. Jazzy faked the 3, goes to the inside and connects. 7. Union's average for the season, 96.8 per game. They've still got a chance to roll that up in. 30-second timeout is called, and we'll take one as well. Union on top, 84-47.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
And Rusty Cram, I think he just did not like the look of what his team was doing in that situation, in which they took a couple of ill-advised shots and some passes were in disarray, so he felt like he needed to stop the action on that. For Union and for a Mark Campbell team, he does not want to see them. He never wants to run the score up, but what he doesn't want to see is that they start playing lackadaisical with a 37-point lead and a little less than 6 minutes to go. I'm sure the fans who have turned out this afternoon for Union in particular have been very happy with the outcome. There's a young fellow who's going to be a future court star. But I'm sure everybody in the house is a lot warmer than what they would be if they were outside the front door. It is a chilly one outside today, folks. No sunshine, just looks grim. Taking her time with it is Schwally. And she was just getting no cutter to come to the ball. They have to hurry, and this is going to be a steal. Jazzy's on the run. She stops. Lost her momentum on that. Look at how quick the passes are. Lucas against McAllister, and there you go. You are not going to stop her. 15 points for Shanique Lucas. And hers are so scattered out in the four quarters, they're almost like a quiet 15 when they come in those patterns. Almost stolen by Keely Robinson. Jumper is short. That was a fast move by Arnold to come up with that rebound. Underneath. Does not fall for McAllister. So Union will take its time again. Love to see Kasharna Lucas drop one in. And Keely, she lost that one on the edge. It was a good battle underneath. And a lot of that was created by Arnold. And now everybody has played for Mark Campbell. Sierra Stedman has checked into the game. And she'll be working one-on-one against Schwally. And the official says, let's bring it back over here again. 5-second violation. They did not get it in. Turnover number 27. Union 42 points off turnovers. And they have a 41-point lead, so you can just measure that by the amount of points they've made off the opponent's mistakes. Union keeping it around the perimeter, but they've found a ticket inside that baseline. And let's see what they call. Apparently a foul away from the ball. And they're going to charge that one to Golden. So Shelly Morrison to toss it back in. Keely working one-on-one against McAllister. And traveling. They said the foot dragged on that one, and so we'll go back in the opposite direction. Union has given it up 14 times this afternoon. Not one category that Mark Campbell is terribly happy with. Once again, they had to hurry to get it in on the inside. Remember, we'll have the men's half of this doubleheader coming your way right around 3:55 this afternoon. Here, oh, Robinson almost had one. I've never seen her get a breakaway steal during her career. They go underneath and the foul. And it looks like that one may be on Stedman. So going to the line is Clark. Camille on the season is a 46% free throw shooter, and that's off the back of the iron. I hate to say that this thing has slowed to a snail's pace, but the pace of the scoring definitely has. She gets her second one. That typically happens when you've got some of your younger players or some of those who are usually going to be the last ones in. And the big three was almost in the cylinder and bounds off. So you're seeing a lot of, both teams have a lot of their players who don't get a lot of action to be in here. And Rusty Cram's going to take another timeout. 3:22 remaining. Union still on top by 38.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
So we got about a little less than 3.5 before this one will be in the books. Union will go to 14-1 on the season and 8-1 in the Gulf South. Very important matchups coming, particularly with Lee University, and that is always a dandy because that's one of the really intense rivals in the Gulf South. Every time Marty Rowe and Mark Campbell match up together, and it's like watching a coaching chess game with the two of them. And as usual, Lee right there at the top of the standings. And then there will be a return match down in South Georgia between Union and Valdosta State. That will be critical for seeding in the late February, early March Gulf South Conference tournament. So let's see how Rusty Cram plays this one. Knocked away by Kasharna. And there is some of the West Alabama radio crew. Good to have them up here in Jackson today. And that goes right into the hands of Anna McCready. A little bit dangerous on Olivia Lee's dribble. She thought about going for the bomb. That's knocked away. And we're down to 3 minutes. Shiley's trying to work backwards and get a spin move going and curls it home. So Shiley with 4, and we finally break about a 2.5-minute drought in the scoring category. Union is the leading team in the nation in margin of victory, and that's usually an average of 30 per game, and that one was blocked. They're not going to hit the century mark today, and the foul, and that is it's only the second team foul on the Tigers this afternoon, so in the fourth quarter. And a major set of substitutions come in again. So they bring it inside. Zenson got away with a little bit of a travel, and she goes right into a jump ball situation, and that's turnover number 15 for Union. And we'll have a brief post-game show to wrap up with the scoring totals and to tell you who our player of the game is. Union today shooting 61% from the floor. Anna McCready with a nice block and maintaining defensive position. Set that screen for the bomb for Jazzy. It was off the mark. And let's see who comes down with it. Well, let's see what the call is. Are they going to call traveling? I guess they are. Apparently they said she slid. If it was Dizzy Dean calling the game, he would say, well, you've seen on your screen that she slid. One of the legendary baseball broadcasters. And a collision down underneath. And the foul is charged to Kasharna Lucas. So Adams is in to toss it with about 1.5 minutes remaining. And we had another turnover. That's number 29. Apparently they said it went off of her fingertips right there in front of the West Alabama bench. Got the screen, got the three, and delivering. Sierra Stedman, and that gets the Lady Bulldogs off the bench. They have topped the 90 mark. as we approach 1 minute remaining. Here's a steal. Is it going to be a one-on-one race? Yes, it is. And underneath, it's too high. Courtney Zinson just hasn't been able to make them fall today, and the bank shot is there at the opposite end for Denson. So you have a couple of players new to the game have delivered. Big bomb. No, iron unkind, but it's going to go right back into the hands of Zinson. This has just not been Courtney's day to get a point to drop. Got a screen. She's trying again and got it that time. So Zinson adds to the totals now. And this may be the last possession of the game. Union has had 11 different players to score this afternoon. That's why we say it's not a one-star game, and so that turnover will probably lead to just skating out the game time here with 14 seconds remaining. And Jazzy is just going to take a few dribbles, and that is going to do it. Game, set, and match, and Union wins it 94-50. Dominating all 4 quarters, shooting 59% from the floor this afternoon, and even bigger, they forced 31 turnovers, leading to 47 points. It's not a record, but a huge category, and you can tell with a 44-point win, most of the points in that margin came from turnover points. A tremendous effort on the part of the Lady Bulldogs this afternoon, but certainly a lot of respect for Rusty Cram and his Tigers, because he managed to have 2 players in double digits and one right on the cusp of it with Golden. Let's run down the scoring totals as we wrap this one up. For UWA, 11 points for Julia Rodriguez. That's right on the edge. She's just a little bit more than her season total. Kendall Lacoste with 10. That matches her season's average, and 9 for Golden. They shot 42% from the floor and had 24 rebounds this afternoon. For Union, 4 in double figures, led by Macy Lee. She was 8 for 9 from the floor, 3 rebounds, a steal, and a block. On top of that, perfect in 3-pointers, 2 for 2. So she had herself an afternoon and really did not play in the fourth quarter. 15 points for Shanique Lucas, 7 of 10 from the floor. She just did everything as she often does. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, had a blocked shot as well on a 3-point attempt. And then looking down the ledger, 14 points for Emma Callis. She was 7 of 9 from the floor, 78%. And then Olivia Lee, 5 of 8 with 12 points. She added 3 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. Our player of the game today will be Macy Lee for all of that combination I just told you, leading the whole contest with 18 points, and it's in a category that she is often in. So she is our player of the game this afternoon. So Union takes it, and they will be going to 14-1 on the season. And for West Alabama, they fall to 3-10, 2-7 in the Gulf South Conference. Well, our time is gone. We thank you for yours, and we are going to be back here in approximately 25 minutes with the men's half of this doubleheader between Union, that'll be 7-5 on the season so far, and West Alabama, that is 9-3, and they look pretty even the way they match up on paper, but we'll see if paper matches reality. So that's about it for right now. We'll see you in about 25 minutes. And so until then, this is Steve Beverly saying thanks for being with us from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, where the final score this afternoon was Union 94, West Alabama 50. This has been a presentation of Flow Sports and the Gulf South Conference and its member institutions. So long, everybody.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, Flow Sports proudly presents Gulf South Conference basketball this evening. The Union Bulldogs taking on West Alabama's Tigers. Bulldogs coming in winners of 4 straight. They're 7-5, 4-4 in the Gulf South, and here are the starting lineups being introduced for the Tigers of Nick Woodruff that are coming in 9-3 and 6-2 in the conference. I'll tell you about them. They only allow about, you look at how their defensive strategy, they're only allowing their opponents 38% shooting from the floor. They only commit an average of about 10 turnovers a game, and they gain 17 points off turnovers. And here come the homestanding Bulldogs that ever since a victory over Valdosta State in December, that has turned around the confidence of this team. JT DeBuck, who averages 10 a game. And Jordan Pike, he's one of the brand new ones, a freshman averaging 12 a game. Lance Sarver, he's right on the cusp of double digits, and here's the big guy, Jeremiah Littlepage, who tries to dominate the inside, a 13-point and 7-rebound average. And young Mr. Applegate, who provides a lot of punch both outside and inside for the Bulldogs, and without question, Parker has been a huge addition to this team, and also they're very happy that Devaki Gar was named the Gulf South Conference Freshman of the Week, and that was his first time earning that credential. And we are about set to go on what has been a cold, drizzly afternoon outside, but a very warm one in here. And Littlepage from Birmingham, Alabama, is set to jump it. And they're exchanging a few grins here with Melton. CJ and Jeremiah jump it, and the Tigers control it. This is a team that is very aggressive in attacking the basket. They are also very physical. A lot of speed on this West Alabama team of Nick Woodruff. And they have 5 players averaging in double figures. They are double tough, and they get right between the defenders, and it goes in and out for Lemons. Union has gotten a lot more aggressive in these recent 4 games that have ended in victory. And you got a whistle away from the ball. And that foul is charged to Melton. So that's your first foul of the game. In case you were not with us, the Union Lady Bulldogs extended their record to 14-1 with a 94-50 victory over West Alabama. Big three from the corner, and it is there for Applegate. Parker gets the scoring going in the contest. And these two teams not having seen each other this year, and there are a lot of new personnel, that guys that were not here last year, and so this first 4 minutes is going to be one in which you're going to be seeing them actually trying to figure out what the other one is doing. They're down to 6 on the shot clock. That was a head fake. It did not go, and the rebound to Sarver, and Union quickly down the floor. JT DeBuck is like a lightning bolt. And the jumper rolls off the iron, and here come the Tigers once again. You just look for Thaddeus Williams to be one of these, and trying to knock it away. Early foul on Jeremiah Littlepage. If Thaddeus Williams begins to get his streak shooting going, he can be dangerous for this Tigers team. And what a block that was by Applegate, showing his defensive prowess as well. But from the corner, a 2-pointer for Thaddeus Williams. Union again, they will go from the outside, but that's not really their strongest suit. And that one's blocked, but Applegate loses it. Looked like he was trying to dish it off over on the left wing and just lost control of it. And that one, a turnover right off the bat. They got a 2-on-2 situation and open for the three. JT DeBuck. So Union with outside shooting has taken the early lead 6-2. Got a smaller crowd than you ordinarily would on a January afternoon, primarily because the students will not be back to start spring semester until next week. Fall-away jumper. Nicely navigated by McGill. Caleb with just a very soft touch on that jumper. And JT was fouled as he went in for... Well, instead, they say that he was out of bounds, and so Union commits its first turnover of the afternoon. This West Alabama team has so many different weapons, including some that come off the bench. And they can strike both inside and outside. Williams, in addition to being their leading scorer, has 31 assists for the season, so he will dish it off if he sees the open player. That's what I talk about, aggressively attacking the basket, and that will send Garner to the free throw line. Garner's the number 2 scorer, averaging 13 a game, as well as 6 rebounds. He's got 31 assists on the season. And he's one of their best thieves. Between him, Lemons, and Williams, the 3 of them together have 37 steals on the season. And he is a transfer from Wallace State Community College. And this is a team that shoots 72% from the free throw line during the season. So Union slows the tempo down once again. They can go fast on you, but At the same time, they try to be very disciplined and work for the open shot. They are double teaming Littlepage. That's a high arcing three for Applegate. So again, all of Union's baskets have been from outside. That one looked like it was a rocket ship to the moon. Almost a reach-in foul by DeBuck. But just notice how crisp the passing was, and down the lane, Thaddeus Williams to close the gap to within 2. Glad to have all of you aboard this afternoon, wherever you happen to be. Those of you who are watching down in the West Alabama area, those of you who are moms and dads, aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters, grandparents. Big three is off the mark. And this Garner, he can go, and that one just simply was fired too hard. He can go like a lightning bolt as well. We got timeout. Nearly 5 minutes have gone by. Union on top, 9-7.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Nick Woodruff is in his 4th season of leading the West Alabama Tigers, and he has established a culture with this team in which they believe in themselves very strongly. And they don't believe that whether they're home or on the road, there's a team that they cannot take to the wire, and they've done a great job of it so far this season with a 9-3 mark, 6-2 in the Gulf South Conference. And Union, up by 2, will see what Dave Niven draws up coming out of the timeout. And he is ablaze this afternoon. Applegate with his 3rd three-pointer. And I will tell you, Parker is an 18% three-point shooter. I don't know where that is coming from. The answer shot does not go. Union tried to save it, so it's going to go back to the guys in red underneath. Maybe that high arcing delivery is what has changed things, but that's amazing. He's just, and not to take anything away from him, he's the last guy you would expect at this stage of the game to already have 3 threes. And the dish off, and tried to go right to left. He's going to get another opportunity, but has to back it back out. And on the drive-in, the foul is called on Davaki Gar. So they'll play it underneath. That was almost a free ticket down the lane, and I know he was looking for a stuff, but Melton thought otherwise of it. They continue to work it around the perimeter, only 7 on the shot clock. What a block! And let's see if now they're going to call a foul. It looked as though they might even call goaltending. They will charge that one to Ahmad Johnson, who has become Union's leading scorer. He is averaging 16 points a game coming off the bench. Jalen Lemons, a transfer from Flagler College down in St. Augustine, Florida. Right on the edge of Jacksonville. And nails them to cut it to a 12-9 margin. And again, Bulldogs going with a more deliberate tempo. There's the hot-handed, the hot-handed Applegate. And, of course, Jordan Pike in there, and Union coughs it up. That's the second turnover for the Bulldogs. Big bomb three. Iron unkind, and the rebound coming off to Gar. Look how quickly they are down the floor. And that's going to be a 3-shot foul. And they're going to charge that one to Caleb McGill. And he didn't agree with that whatsoever, but at the line, that is going to send Devaki Gar for 3 opportunities. And you take them the hard way as well as the conventional way. The young man from the state capital. And he got the easy drop. Okay, for a guy only 150 pounds, I mean, he has a lot of physical moves, and he shows them during the course of the game. Well, let's see if he can add the hat trick to it. Checking in is Jordovic for Union, as well as Isaiah RCA Victor. Nailed them all 3. Boy, if you're a coach, you just cannot stand to see a foul called with the active shooting in 3-point range. And it was a bang-bang play down at the opposite end. And a big bomb. Tried to bank it in, and it's not there. And look how fast Gar moves down the floor. Tell you what, you get him and DeBuck in the game at the same time, it's like watching 2 whirling dervishes. Union down to 12 on the shot clock. Now for the bomb. No. And Lemons with the rebound, and again, they slow the tempo. They're going to try to work one-on-one against Applegate. And he forced that one. He just did not have his angle right on the bank. Credit that again to Applegate's defense. He has played himself a game already here in the early going. Jordovic just thought better of trying to go one-on-one up against McGill. Big bomb. Yes! Ahmad Johnson, and he has been piling them up from outside, and Union to an 18-9 lead. When Union defeated Valdosta State after struggling to a 3-5 start, Dave Niven said, I hope this is something we can build on, and so far that has proven to be true. They'll work against Applegate once again. And going for the 3. Not there. That was almost a 30-second violation, and they scramble for it. And that's going to be charged as a foul to Jordovic. So we've got the under 12 timeout. Union on top, 18-9. We'll be back in a moment. Dave Niven had a milestone victory on New Year's Eve against Montevallo. It was his 250th coaching victory. I will tell you that to him it was just another win, but it was certainly a milestone that was considered to be something to celebrate for all of the Union fans. And our congratulations to Dave on number 250. 18-9, Bulldogs on top, and once again staying in that man-to-man right now. Jordovich coming up front to pick up Thaddeus Williams. Big bomb. Nope, it rooms off, and Jordovich with the rebound. And Gar slows it down to direct the traffic. They're spreading out the offense. Tell you, that low center of gravity for Johnson. Big bomb. Yes! Devaki Gar and Union from outside this afternoon. 6 out of 8. That's unheard of for a Bulldog team. They really struggled with the three early in the season, particularly in November. You know, they haven't been able to penetrate the inside against this Union defense. And the foul is going to be charged. It looks like it's going to be on Victor. So Isaiah picks up his first, and that is the 16th foul against the Bulldogs, so they'll put him in the bonus on the next one. This has been what I would call a medium tempo type game. We haven't seen any transition baskets, seen some explosive threes, but nothing in which we've seen it go up and down the floor. And Union defenders have been really tough to navigate, but going in with the bank shot is Williams, so he has 6 of their 11 points, and you'd expect him to be carrying the load. Gar thought about going to the inside, and he draws the foul. And that one is charged to Durham. Terry Durham, who's in the game, and tell you what, he's another guy that he can do it off the bench. He's averaging 11 a game for the Tigers. That's why we said at the top of the broadcast they have so many weapons, both in the starting lineup and coming off the bench. That one was not crisp enough, and they're going to scramble for it. And let's see, the jump ball will send it back to Union. That pass trying to go into the paint was just not very crisp, so Union very fortunate. They've got a new 20 on the shot clock. Union is led all the way. The largest lead was 12. Union also has not penetrated the paint a great deal. Fall away. It's there. Ahmad Johnson. That was just a 2. He was just inside the arc. But Union has been controlling a lead of 9 to 12 points. And an answer shot that was a 3. Lemons connects. And trying to go through the defenders, and Devaki Gar was fouled. So Union will keep it. That was a dangerous move. Gar is going to check out, and Johnson will toss it in. And the officials having a brief discussion. That went off the foot, but he saved it. Working one-on-one was Jordan Pike. They got 10 on the shot clock. Turn around. No, short. didn't really have a good look at the basket. He had two defenders that were within close range. And we're approaching the 8-minute timeout. Beautiful drive by Garner. He's got 3. Spin move and couldn't get the bank. Djordjevic tried to, instead of banking it, tried to go straight into the basket, and it just did not fall. And going to the deck hard was Durham. And they're trying to agree on who the foul was on, and so the players are going to go to their benches. Let's take time out. Union still ahead by 7.
Is Old Frosty on its last legs? Don't wait until it's old and cold. Give your home and family the gift of comfort. A new York HVAC system with a free 10-year parts and labor warranty from McCoy's Heating and Air. Get the security and savings of a 10-year parts and labor warranty free with the purchase of qualifying systems. So you and your whole family can celebrate in comfort with the gift that keeps on giving. A new York HVAC system delivered by Santa and his merry team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air.
We will be back here on Monday afternoon. For those of you who have just tuned in, the times from what originally was scheduled for that doubleheader between Union and Alabama Huntsville has been changed. The times have been changed. It will be at 3 and 5 instead of the conventional 5:30 and 7:30, so that folks can be home to watch the NCAA National Championship game, or I should say the College Football Playoff National Championship game. The NCAA does not control that College Division I playoff. But as you look at this, we will be here. 2:55 will be our airtime here on Flow Sports Saturday afternoon. So we hope you'll be with us for a January 8th extravaganza, opening up with the women's contest between Union and Alabama Huntsville, and then a very, very strong Alabama Huntsville men's team will be on this floor to challenge Dave Niven's Bulldogs. So all of that is Monday. 2:55 for the women's game. Will be right around 5-ish for the men's, right here on the Flow Sports app. And the officials are still trying to glean something definitive off of that last play as to who actually committed the foul. I think they have made the decision. This has been a longer than usual media timeout. And the officials are still having a three-way discussion out in the middle of the floor. I like the guy on the left because he and I go to the same barber. Actually, 2 of the 3 officials and I go to the same barber. The poor guy on the right, he's hopeless because he has to spend too much time getting his hair ready in the morning. Just having a little fun, folks. Oh, my goodness. Well, Union got out to the early lead. They have not relinquished it. The largest lead was at 23-11. You've had 5 unanswered points from UWA, and they may well have the ball coming back. We're going to see if it's a 2-shot foul. Now they're over discussing it with the scorers table. This has been one of the, shall we say, lengthier conversations after a play, actually for the entire season. I think the longest one that I ever saw was during a non-conference game that did not involve Union. It was actually Lee University against Lane College. Now, I take it back. It was Shorter College against Lane College, or Shorter University. And to sort out, shall what we say was extracurricular activities on the floor, the officials took 33 minutes. Now, I got to tell you, even if you're a broadcaster, there is a challenge in filling 33 minutes. Anyway, they're going to go to the line, and apparently it is going to be called a technical foul. So Durham goes to the line, and Terry well short on that one. For the season, he's averaging 54%. A transfer from Pensacola State, which is not far from Livingston, Alabama. So he gets 1 out of 2, and the ball also goes over to West Alabama. All right, they're going to work it around the perimeter again. They're leaving open over on the left wing Lemons. I mean, he's got a big margin, and if that ball went in, this whole play should have erupted, because that would have been the most off-balance shot I think I've ever seen. Applegate again. No, off the iron. But the foul is too high off the glass for Johnson. And a collision down at the opposite end. And JT knocks it away, and it looks like it's going to be Tiger ball. And again, there is a break in the action, and they say are they saying it's a 2-shot foul, or they're giving it back? Yeah. Now, that is highly confusing here, and Dave Niven is puzzled. So once again, there's going to be a 2-shot foul, and you know, unfortunately, we don't get an explanation about this. Why? Was that considered to be a technical foul? Well, it has to be, because of the fact that nobody is on the free throw line. Well, Thaddeus collects both of them, and it's now down to a 4-point game. And Niven is still having a discussion with the official as they walk back toward the Union bench. And the ball goes back to the Tigers. So 2 technical fouls in a period of about a minute and a half. And I hope if anybody has an explanation about that they'd send us word up here in the booth, because we'd like to be able to explain that to the viewers. Fall away jumper off the back of the iron, and here they come with Pike. They got a 3-on-2, and the pass was not crisp enough to debuck. So forcing the turnover again, and that's 5 for Union. He tried that head fake, and it didn't get him anywhere. And on the line, he just went beyond the end line, trying to kick it back inside was Lemons. So that's the 4th turnover for the Tigers. Union has collected 8 points off of the mistakes that the Tigers have made. All right, Littlepage has been very quiet today in the scoring column and lost it. That one was tipped away beautifully by Dixon. And Jeremiah knocked it loose, but on the follow, it's there. They have closed it down to a 2-point game from the corner. No, rims out. West Alabama with a chance to take the lead. They have 10 unanswered points. Looked like it was going to be 13 on that one by Lemons. So JT's going to slow down the pace. And again, they work the perimeter. Little Page decides to put up a three and gets it. Jeremiah has been tossing up a few from outside the arc and being successful with it. That's not something he did very well in his first 2 years. Boy, there was some contact there between Williams and DeBuck. Union still has not relinquished the lead that it had from the get-go. Big bomb. They have a match as Lemons has 8. Applegate is the game leader for Union with 9 as we approach the 5-minute mark. And on the drive, very quick reach-in foul is called on Lemons. That is his first. That's only the 4th team foul against West Alabama. Union has committed 17 fouls, so the Tigers are in the bonus situation. They've also been the beneficiary of 2 technical fouls. And again, we have not had an explanation as to why either were called. They go to the corner. Iron unkind. And once again, Thaddeus Williams on the boards. Bulldog bench, you could see, wanted traveling call, but didn't get it. Look at that fall-away shot that almost dropped for McGill, and taking a huge spill on the floor was Parker Applegate. So back to toss it in, Ahmad Johnson. You know, it has to be huge for a guy like Applegate, who has not been a strong three-point shooter, to knock down 3 of them in the first half alone. There goes the low center of gravity once again. And the foul is charged to Dixon. That is his first, 15 foul, and so Union will play it on the side. The pace of the game has somewhat slowed. He's got to hurry to find somebody open. Finally, JT comes around to pick it up. Open again. Applegate, too much on it. If it were a field goal in football, you would have called it wide left. And we're getting close to that 4-minute mark, and we are hitting it. And knocked away beautifully, and it goes off of his knee. Garner thought he had a ticket to go in with a reverse layup, and instead it went off his knee, and so we got 3:56 to go. Union by a basket. Back with more in a minute.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Well, this has had an ebb and flow to it in the first half, as Union got out to the early lead and then extended it to 23-11, and since that time, It has been a 13-3 run on the part of West Alabama, and you knew they'd make that kind of run. And some discussion going on with Nick Woodruff and one of the officials. So the Bulldogs will play it underneath. Union of 7 of 14 from behind the arc, and that is just a huge increase on what their usual total is, which is about 34%. Littlepage from outside, and that's going to be an over-the-back called on Parker Applegate. He was trying to slap the rebound back, and instead was over the back of Dixon. And this is where it hurts, not being in the bonus yourselves and yet ceding that to a team like West Alabama and Caleb McGill at the line. In and out. So it's Union ball. For the season, West Alabama is a 72% free throw shooting team. Union actually weaker at 65. Trying that rolling bounce pass into Littlepage, and he was trying to go for a give and go, and you've got 3 seconds called. So the Bulldogs have given it up 7 times here in the first half. West Alabama 5. And they'll take their time and be deliberate this time down the floor. As we say, we've had some threes, but we haven't had a lot of explosive plays in this game. Almost stolen, took his eye off the ball. And the jumper right at the free throw line was short, a little bit hesitant. And Union now attempting to get it back out to a 2-possession lead. Littlepage is going to work one-on-one. This is one of his patented moves and gets it. That curl right-hand hook. And Jeremiah with 5 now in the game. You've had 5 Bulldogs to score and 6 Tigers. And DeBuck came over and very quickly picked up Williams. There's a jumper right there. That's a 2. Garner with 5 as we approach the 2-minute mark. We'll have all the scoring totals updated, and trying to take it right down the lane. It didn't drop, but dropping to the floor, Pike will draw the foul. Or will he? Did they call an offensive foul? Well, this is a puzzler. Well, apparently Union is the beneficiary of a technical foul. I don't know the last time that I have seen 3 techs called in one game. Now, sometimes you'll get over-the-top coach or a player or something like that, and you might see 1 or 2, but I don't know. In the course of natural game action, I don't know that I have seen 3 techs called in a game, or if I have, it has been a long, long time. So anyway, regardless, Union gets them both. Now with the 2-shot foul conventionally. And that's 3 in a row now. Pike gets his first point of the game. So Jordan with an opportunity to extend this lead back out to 6. And they're 4 for 4. And for the afternoon, Union is 7 for 7 from the free throw line, and that's something they have been trying to work on, is to increase that free throw percentage, and they're perfect this afternoon. We're under 2 minutes in the first half. Steve Beverly with you from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee. All right, that's Williams calling the play, and he's going to move over to the right wing. We've got a little Harlem Globetrotters there with you with Garner from the corner. Nope. They tip it right into the hands and almost stolen, but here comes like a house of fire. And all the way down, it's going to be goaltending. Goaltending charged against Durham, as Gar was not going to be denied. He has 8, and Union now has extended the lead back to 8. As we say, this team has shown a lot more confidence and aggressiveness over the course of the last 4 outings that they have had, and it certainly seems to be continuing today. And another rolling bounce pass on the inside, but they come over and double team very quickly. The 3 is not there, and it goes off the top of the glass. So Union, with less than a minute to go, could go on top by double digits. And the last time they did that is when it was 23-13. Double spin move. Basket. Ahmad Johnson with 9. He and Applegate are the leaders for Union. Now they can get it down to about 8 on the shot clock. Union would have potentially one more opportunity. Williams going to try to take it down the baseline and then back outside. And the 3 is there, beautifully navigated by Lemons. We'll keep it right here. 36-29, so Union will have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 18 seconds, and we'll see what kind of a play Dave Niven draws up here. Union came into this one 7-5 and 4-4 in the Gulf South Conference. West Alabama 9-3 and 6-2. And you got to know there's going to be a lot of, shall we say, bloodletting within the conference as they jockey for those 8 positions in the postseason tournament. And there are some of Union's Lady Bulldogs up in the stands, including Shanique Lucas, who had a 15-point afternoon against West Alabama. So here we go, Union with what potentially could be the final possession of this first half. And here comes Devaki Gar. And they're down inside 10. They're going to have to hurry. He's got to put up a bomb. He got it! Ahmad Johnson right at the buzzer. And he's headed right back to the locker room. That was one of the fastest moves off the floor. Ahmad Johnson has 12 as he soared that one in, 39-29 as the Bulldogs have the halftime lead. Let me give you the scoring. And that one gave Johnson the game lead. He's Union's leader, averaging 16 a game, and he has 12 here. He's 2 out of 4 in three-pointers and really nailed that one. And Applegate has 9, had those 3 three-pointers relatively early in the contest. 8 points for Devaki Gar, so a lot of these are coming from players off the bench. And 5 points for Jeremiah Littlepage, 3 for JT DeBuck over for West Alabama. You expected that the Lemons and Williams combination would be in the lead, and they are. Lemons with 11. He is 3 of 5 from behind the arc. He has been deadly long distance. And Thaddeus Williams with 8. He's 3 of 5 from the floor in general. And then 5 points added by Garner And so it is a 39-29 halftime edge for the Union Bulldogs. We're going to pull away and allow you to have a chance to visit with some people that are very important to us, because without them, you wouldn't have Gulf South Conference basketball right here on Flow Sports. And these are our sponsors. And particularly if you are in the local area, we encourage you greatly to go by and see those sponsors and tell them how much you appreciate them bringing Union University and Gulf South Conference basketball right here on Flow Sports. We'll take the break, and then we'll come back and we'll give you the team totals after these messages.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Your life, your home,
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private four-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Well, we're shortly going to start the second half, but let's bring you our halftime statistics. And Union has had the edge in virtually all the categories except rebounding. 52% from the floor. The Bulldogs 12 of 23. And West Alabama, which is usually a 47% shooting team, has been held to 36% at 10 out of 28. Three-pointers. And the Bulldogs have been smashing this afternoon. 8 out of 15 for 53%. They're shooting better long distance than they are from in close. And for a team for West Alabama that's usually 35%, they're 3 out of 10 for 30%, not that much below their season's average. Free throws, Union has hit all 7 of theirs, and that's much better than their 65% average on the season. And the Tigers are, so far this afternoon, 6 out of 9 for 67%. Rebounding, Tigers have had an edge, and that's given them some chance at second chance opportunities at the basket. They haven't been able to capitalize on many of them, but they had 16 to 14 in reboundings. But here is a significant category. Union has made more turnovers, 7 in the game to 5 for West Alabama, but the Bulldogs have capitalized off those mistakes more often. They have an 8-3 edge in points off turnovers, and with a 10-point lead, you take every one of those that you possibly can. So that's where we stand with our halftime statistics, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments, in particular, if any, that Nick Woodruff makes in the second half. I want to remind you one more time, and I probably will at the end of the game, but we will be back here Monday afternoon instead of Monday night, although by the time we finish the men's game, it will be evening. But the game times have been changed, particularly for those of you in Jackson, Tennessee, who would be looking at coming to the game on Monday in person. Don't show up at 5:30 because you will be somewhat in the neighborhood of the first half of the men's game. The games have been changed to 3 and 5 o'clock on Monday afternoon as Union will take on Alabama Huntsville. They're playing West Alabama right now. Union will be taking on Alabama Huntsville, and so we will be live at 2:55 with all the introductions of the starting lineups and all the rest of the preliminaries, and that's Monday afternoon, and then the men's game will be somewhere in the neighborhood at 5 o'clock. So if you want to come to the game in person, 3 o'clock is when they tip off the women's game, 5 o'clock the men. And if you can't be here, then watch us right here on the Flow Sports app. We'll be glad to have you with us. Well, it is about 40 seconds away from starting this second half, and the alternate possession is going to go to the Tigers. And so these two teams are getting their final instructions. One of the big keys I know that unquestionably for Nick Woodruff is for his team to develop more of these second and third chance opportunities at the basket. Union has also had 20 points off the bench players this afternoon to only 3 for West Alabama. So they've been able to dig deeper into that bench and get some contributions today. But that was huge for Applegate to hit those 3 threes. As tough a time as he's had behind the arc this season, and he was on a roll there. He had another one that just bounded off the iron. So it'll be the Tigers to bring it up first. And it should be an interesting second half, to say the least. So Thad Williams is, and again, he rotates over to that left wing, but he can do it anywhere on the floor. They do so well with this motion offense. And look at the speed. What a block! What a block by Applegate. He timed it, he anticipated it, and you do that together. And look at this. Easily going through. Instead of trying to slam it home, Pike just softly put it through and didn't take the chance that it was going to bound out. So Union matches its largest lead now at 12, and the foul. And I hope that's not going to be called a technical foul, because we had 3 of them in the first half, and we haven't had any explanation why any of them were technicals. The slow dribble by Williams, and the fall away is there. That's a 2, and Williams with 11. You knew he was going to have his totals. He has a 14-point average on the season. And that bank is there. Pike is getting hot. That's the key. That is a hard thing to teach a lot of players. You don't have to just slam it home off the glass. Put it up softly. Probably the best I ever saw was John Pierce of Lipscomb University. He had the softest layup I've ever seen, and he made virtually all of them. I never saw him miss one, and there's a turnover. Tell you, Pike is having himself an early second half. And he's calling for it again. They go for the three. Yes, sir! Lance Sarver connects, and Union up 15. Nick Woodruff says, let's stop it. We'll invite you to stop it, but to stay here and watch this message.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Well, Dave Niven's Bulldogs have their largest lead so far. They've gone on a 7-2 run here to start, and they've done it defensively as well as offensively. Turnover as well as a decisively blocked shot. And they have now picked up 11 points off turnovers made by West Alabama. This is just a different Union team than we saw in November when they seemed to be a bit tentative and uncertain, and now they're playing with much more confidence. Lots of time remaining in this one. And I can tell you this West Alabama team does not panic being down 15, particularly when 18 minutes remain in the game. They are absolutely, you look at the personality of this team, and they believe they can do it at any point and any time, start making a big run. Union shooting 58% from the floor to 36% for West Alabama. And a lot of times fans will come up to Dave Niven or any other coach and say, well, you got them ready today? And he's got them as ready as they could possibly be, but Union definitely ready. And again, Williams, he is that triple threat from anywhere on the floor, dribbling, passing, and that one just went completely. And that one again, a key was the defense by Pike. They go inside, and Littlepage can't get it, but he's going to get this one. Yes, and the foul. Littlepage would not be denied. The foul is on McGill. That is his first, and Union up 17. I got to tell you, Jordan Pike is playing spectacular defense in this second half. I know we're only 2 minutes and 15 seconds into it, but Littlepage, he was very quiet in the early going of this first half, and now he's got 8, and Union up by 18. Look at DeBuck stalking Williams. And Williams tried for the three, instead goes to the inside and hits it. That's why he is so dangerous, because he can change his pace and decide, okay, I'm being defended against the three, did the head fake, and then moved in and got the jumper. Littlepage working one-on-one against Milton. Oh, too high, but it finally gets back in the hands of DeBuck. Going for the three, no. In and out, iron was unkind for Sarver. Tell you what, Melton wanted to go for a three there. Down to 13 on the shot clock, and he's going to take it to the inside, and it will not drop. Littlepage with the rebound. Double spin move. I don't know how in the world He even got that one up, but he's going to the line for 2. That was a double spin move that, to be candid with you, I don't know. And he has been on the floor so much, I have a feeling he's going to be taking some ibuprofen tonight, as many times as he has been spilled. And Pike is 3 for 3 from the line. Checking in now is Durham, and coming out is Melton. Melton, that was his 4th foul of the game. He has a 10-point average, but he hasn't hit the scoreboard today. Back to the 18-point lead. At halftime, it was 10. And it has been a 12-4 run for Union in this second half. All right, Littlepage is working on Durham. Reverse layup doesn't go, and a big spill. Union should have numbers here. Oh, my goodness. They had to get that one knocked out of bounds because it is an over and back violation. As any coach will tell you, go ahead and knock it out of bounds when you get a bad pass like that, because you don't want to give up a cheap basket. So Thad Williams to toss it in. The big 3. You could see that from the minute it left his hands. Lemons with 8. Oh, my goodness. That was a lackadaisical pass, and the foul, and again, another crash at the opposite end. Now, I think he's okay, but knocked the wind out of him a little bit, and he's going back down, but I think he got the wind knocked out of him. We are going to take a under 16 timeout. Union still on top by 15.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Well, we told you this was going to be a very physical game, and there have been some collisions between Nick Woodruff's Tigers and Dave Niven's Bulldogs. Union still holding fast to that 55% percentage from the floor and 53% in three-pointers. And they've got the edge in rebounding now, 19-18. So Woodruff is trying to tell his team not to get out of control, but just to simply play their game. The big thing that has not happened for West Alabama today is they have not been able to dictate tempo in this game. And sometimes when you're shooting below your usual average, and at 36%, that is significantly below their 47% for the season. When that happens, you typically are going to see a situation in which you are not dictating tempo. At the line, Terry Durham, the transfer from Pensacola State. He's a senior, and he nailed it. As we say, Durham is only a 54% shooter on the season, so anytime he can get 2 in a hunk, you just consider that a bonus, and he did. And checking back in is going to be Curran Garner. So the Bulldogs have given up 5 in a row, and what you don't want to see if you're a Union fan is a roll, and Littlepage is in trouble and couldn't get the hook. You don't want to see them suddenly giving up a 9, 10, 12-point run in the game. That happened earlier. Thinking about the reverse layup was Garner, but he decided to bring it back out front. Down to 10 on the shot clock. And that head fake, and he just handed it off on the inside to Durham. And so it's a 7 unanswered point run for the Tigers. And they've done that in a period of about 2 minutes. Littlepage for another 3. Yes! He lulls you to sleep. This is the last thing you expect Jeremiah to do, and then all of a sudden, wham! He's got 11. Looked like they may be trying for an answer shot. Union is picking him up on the outside, and down to 7 on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry. And at the last possible second, a foul. Let's see if that's on DeBuck. And that is the 3rd foul on JT. So at the line is Garner. He could get into double figures with this. And he's dependable from the line, averaging 77% from the season. He is not one that you expect to shoot a lot of threes because he is only 19% on the year. But he is like a good credit card right at the free throw line. And this place gets almost as quiet as a morgue as he put that shot up. 12-point lead for Union. The biggest was 18. It has been a 9-3 run on the part of West Alabama. Littlepage working against on the inside, but instead Sarver picks it up. Now they're down to 6 on the shot clock. And a trip. Nope, they're going to say he lost it. So Applegate was trying to go on a drive. It looked like it might have been a trip, but instead he lost it out of bounds. So that is turnover number 9 for the Bulldogs. And this is a key to try to capitalize off that. And you have a first-class collision over on the left wing. And let's see if that is the 15th foul on Union. No, it's just the 4th, so they'll play it on the side. Lots of time in this one, and this West Alabama team with their 9-3 mark. They have made some patented comebacks this season. Or they have extended short leads into long one. Open for the 3, right through the heart for Dixon. That 18-point lead has been sliced to 9. Bulldogs definitely need an answer shot. And the iron did not go for them, but they'll have a second opportunity, barring a turnover. And here he goes, driving on the inside and getting it to fall. The give and go, the assist to Littlepage, and Applegate with 11. He's the 3rd Bulldog in twin digits. This has been one of those that you call a grinder out here. As we say, there are not that many explosive plays. We haven't seen a lot of transition baskets. This is just, as they would say, old man's basketball. Fall away three is off the iron. And they crash it back out to the, right there in the Bulldog logo. And just simply outrunning his defender was Garner. He has 12. So we're back to the 9-point lead. Applegate thought about the three. Instead, from outside, well short, and the rebound to Williams. Williams with 7 boards in the game, and that has been huge. And there's a steal. They don't have numbers on this one, but going all the way through, it's the offensive foul. The official delayed calling it, but you knew that was going to happen. Pike with his 3rd foul. And Union looked as though they were going to be able to get this back to a double-digit lead. Instead, timeout. It's 56-47 Bulldogs.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
West Alabama has been on a 14-5 run since the last media timeout. So in a period of about 4.5 minutes, they have cut the 18-point lead in half. And that's why so many coaches have said this game is played in pockets of 4 to 6 minutes. You don't have to slice it all up in 1 or 2 or 3 possessions. Just do it gradually, and that's what we've been seeing from West Alabama right here. And I know Dave Niven is probably very happy that media timeout came along. Back here on Monday afternoon, 2:55 will be our airtime on the Flow Sports app as it's Union hosting Alabama Huntsville. Women's game first, and then around 5-ish, it will be the Bulldogs taking on the folks from up in North Alabama. So this could bring this team as close as they have been since we had about 4 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, huge head fakes. That's not really fooling Gar that much. Almost stolen. And underneath. Right through the heart and the foul. And that gets all of the West Alabama fans up, and their women's team heartily cheering the Tigers. It was a tough afternoon for the Lady Tigers as they lost to Union 94-50. Going for the 3-point play is Dixon, and he can't get it. They scramble and get the offensive board. Lightning fast was Garner to get it. They could cut it to a 4-point game. That's why I say this team does not panic. 18 down, so what? Layup is there. Right down the left-hand lane for Thad Williams. And Union needs somebody to help. Well, they got it finally, but that is not the way Dave Niven wanted to see it. Jordovic is in at the post. Offensive foul, and the Bulldogs are somewhat imploding. This game could be down to a single basket, and Dave Niven takes time out with 10:38 remaining, 56-51. More in a moment.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Psst, buddy, I'm not feeling too good after all this summer heat.
Yeah, me either. I think I'm about to blow a coil.
Let McCoy's Heating and Air give your unit a little TLC. Maintenance is the key to staying worry-free. Right now, schedule a one-time cleaning for only $90. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com.
McCoy's got us in great shape, unlike that guy.
Jackson's most trusted team of technicians. York and McCoy's Heating and Air.
Well, Dave Niven needs to regroup because Nick Woodruff's Tigers have definitely seen momentum swing to their side. And in the last 5.5 minutes, they have outscored the Bulldogs 18-5. So that 18-point lead has evaporated almost completely. And this is where the Bulldogs need a huge stop right here just to get some mental focus back into this one. And from the corner, it doesn't go, and high for the rebound is Lance Sarver. Jordovich playing out way high at the top of the key. And they crash that time. Jordovich draws the foul, but that is only the third team foul on the Tigers. Union has already placed West Alabama in the bonus. That could be a big factor down the stretch here because we're still not even quite halfway through this final 20 minutes. And they go for the bomb. Nope, short. Johnson just couldn't get it up high enough. And again, another opportunity to cut this to a single basket lead. Fall away jumper. No. And they're going to call Jordovich for over the back. So for Dujon, that'll be his third foul. That'll send Durham to the line, and he's 3 for 4 from there today. Seems like every time we have traveled to the lane lately, it's been Terry Durham there. He sinks it. So Durham is way outdoing his 54% average for the season. He is 4 out of 5 from the line today. Short. And you got a foul down as they were contending for the rebound. That'll be charged to West Alabama. So Garr slows it down. This defense has been surgical in the second half. Jordovich can't get the basket, but he'll go to the line for 2. And that is the 4th foul on Dixon. Melton also playing with 4 fouls. And Jordovich connects his first point of the afternoon. Jordovich only a 53% free throw shooter, but they'll take that one at any time, and this one make it a full 2-possession lead. In and out, off the iron. And the foul is charged in frustration on Terry Durham. That's his third. That is the 16th foul. Jordovich will come out, and back in is Jeremiah Littlepage. All right, watch Jeremiah try to set a screen or to try to get in a one-on-one matchup. And he is being hammered by Durham. There you go. Block, but the follow shot is there. What concentration that was for Jeremiah Littlepage. So Union back to a 3-possession lead. After a few moments ago, it looked like it was going to be down to a 2-point game. We're under 9 minutes. No room to roll. Almost stolen by Sarver. And he got the bank in and the foul. Boy, you know, nobody is more frustrated about that than Lance Sarver, because that's his first foul of the game, and it was one of those bump fouls, but sometimes the shots just find that square and fall through. And Thad Williams is the kind who can make that happen, this transfer from Shelton State Community College. So Williams has been delivering now. He is well above his 14-point average. He'll have 20 if he gets this one. Four-point game. And once again, you look at this, and if you're a Union fan, you feel like they've got to have one on this possession. Taking their time, Littlepage again trying to set a screen. He likes that one-on-one matchup that he has. All kinds of trouble for Jordan Pike. Now they got to hurry. Big bomb. No. Iron unkind. And the foul's going to be an over-the-back charge to Ahmad Johnson. And this is again going to be, from here on out, 2-shot bonus for West Alabama. And Garner is at the line, 3 of 4 today so far, and a chance to cut this one to a 2-point game. Garner has had 12 today. Make it 13. And they are piling them up from the free throw line. This team was 18 down with 16 minutes remaining. And he nails it. A one-basket game. Union looking a little bit on the tired side. They go on the inside to Littlepage, and now open for the three. No, too much on it. You could tell it the minute he released it. Jordan just had too much power on that one. Needed a little bit more arc. Down to 7.5 minutes. As we say, this has been a grinder. It has been one of those grueling games that's a triple spin move, and he couldn't get it, but watch this one. And he does. We are all tied, and that was Durham just refusing to be denied. And on the inside, not there, but the bank. On the backside, the foul is going to send Pike to the free throw line, and Union trying to protect the lead, but Here we are with 7:08 remaining, and we are tied at 59. And let's take time out right here. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Since the 16-minute mark, West Alabama has outscored Union 26-8. And they've done it largely without a lot of timeouts to change the momentum. Union was up 51-33 with 16:09 remaining. And Williams and Garner have largely taken over the game with 34 of the 59 points that West Alabama has. Union shooting percentage that was at one point as high as 53% from the floor has squashed back to 49. They're losing the rebounding portion of it, 27-24, but the other thing is that the Tigers have been crashing the basket, and that has led to a number of Union fouls. And you can see that big poster is part of Jordan Pike's fan club, and that seems to show up at about every Union home game. And he's now at the line, a chance to go double digits, but more importantly, to give Union the lead once again. And nails it. Pike, who is a Tar Heel, got it both. So it'll be interesting to see if Nick Woodruff plays for an inside shot to tie it or to screen somebody open to get that emotional roar that you get when you take the lead. That was a left-hand fall away that shouldn't have been there, and Union did not go after it, and fortunately for the Bulldogs, Garner could not control it. So you look on that, particularly if you can capitalize, you look on that as the same as a turnover. Gar taking his time. Johnson, fall away, bank, doesn't go. Back down the floor. Garner, who has done so much in this second half to lead the comeback. They go for the lead. No. They scramble for it, but Ahmad comes up with it. We're getting close to the 6-minute mark. These seconds just tick away. There's plenty of time in this one, but you've seen this momentum swing so heavily on the side of West Alabama. They got to go hurry. On the inside, offensive foul. Not a question about it. Instead of pulling up, Pike tried to go right to the target, and he clobbered Durham. And that is the fourth foul on Jordan Pike. So Applegate checks back in. We're under 6. We've certainly enjoyed being with you this afternoon here from Jackson, Tennessee, and hope you'll be back with us again Monday here on the Flow Sports app. And it's good having you fans from West Alabama with us. On the inside, easy one. Dixon ties it again. That is our third tie of the game. West Alabama has never led. They're down to 10. from the corner. That's there for Applegate, his 4th 3 of the game. He had been quiet for a long time. He has 14. That one was huge. But look for the answer shot, as we're under 5 now. The jumper. It's there. Perfect form for Garner. He's got 16. So he has eclipsed his season average of 13. And again, the tempo slowing with 4.5 remaining. Little Page with a one-on-one move, almost lost control of it. All right, they're down to 9. Big bomb, no. But they get the offensive board. And a good job by Applegate, and right down the lane and overshooting it, but Little Page cannot hold on to it. West Alabama, a chance for the lead. Puts it up, no. Union still leading by a tenuous 1-point margin, trying to take it all the way there, and the foul. Ahmad Johnson. A bang play. And timeout is called with 3:54 remaining. Do not go to the refrigerator. We got more.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Well, we're in that final 4-minute pocket. And every time it appears that West Alabama is going to potentially take the lead, which they have not had in this game. We've had 2 ties. Then Union finally comes up with an answer, and that one was huge on that most recent play. And so when we come back on the floor, a chance for a free throw to give them a 2-possession lead once again. It has been everything as advertised, because on paper, even though the overall record was stronger for West Alabama, it looked as though these 2 teams matched up quite well. Union with 4 players in double figures. UWA with 2. But Williams with 20, Garner with 16. They have been double trouble this afternoon for Union. Johnson, Applegate, 14 each. Little Page, 13, and Pike with 10. And Ahmad with a chance to make it a 2-possession lead. Give him 15. More than likely, this is all going to come down to defense in this final 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And making good decisions and shot selection for either team. Johnson works off the screen. Now they're down to 6 on the shot clock. He went for the fake, and it's not there. Knocked away in the foul. And that Union is in the bonus, and so that is going to send Lance Sarver to the line. He's not been there today. Those one-shot possessions are so often the equivalent of turnovers. But this 1-and-1 is crucial, particularly on the front end. Sarver today, 3 points. He's had 1 3-pointer. He's had 5 rebounds. Missed it. Littlepage tried to snatch it away, but Melton, who's playing with 4 fouls, comes away with the rebound. They've got 3 players with 4 fouls. That could be critical if this game goes to overtime. Approaching 3 minutes remaining to be played. Now they're under 10 on the shot clock. Union double teams it. And the foul is charged to J.T. DeBuck. That constant spin move lured DeBuck into it, and he committed the foul. So even though they didn't get a shot off, it was an impressive series of moves by Garner. 5 of 6 from the line. 6 of 7. Checking back in, Terry Durham, who also has 4 fouls. Garner very calm in this situation. He's the kind of guy who wants the ball, wants to be on the free throw line, an experienced senior. Short, but it gets a friendly roll. Back to a 2-point lead, and we're under 3 minutes. Don't start your supper meal here because it is going to be a dandy down the stretch. Turn around. That is a tremendous hook from about 12 feet in. Johnson with 17. But lots of time still here. And right down the lane. And that's what you expect from Thad Williams in a situation like this. 22 he has on the afternoon. Union protecting this tenuous 2-point lead. Big bomb. No. Iron was unkind, and Williams the rebound. Williams with 10 boards. He's got a double-double this afternoon. And he thought about going right down the lane, and he did. Extended it right beyond Lance Sarver. We are tied for the 3rd time. And you're actually hearing more loudness under 2 minutes coming from the bench and the fans of West Alabama. DeBuck going for the bomb. Short, you could tell it. Somebody took it on the deck. Now let's see who it's called on. That is going to send Ahmad Johnson to the line, and both teams are now in the 2-shot bonus. And he's going to take his time to get a replacement in. And it appears that this may be another. Well, now Dave Niven doesn't understand what's going on. You can see the expression on his face. They call, we're going to keep it right here. They call everybody over. Now they're going to review it. I guess they're looking at it to see if it was a flagrant foul by any stretch of the imagination. And here we go again as they check it out. This has been interesting all afternoon long, particularly with 3 technical fouls called as semi-flagrant fouls in the first half. And now we're taking a look at another one. And basically, as you hear Jeopardy in the background, I think that's appropriate so they can move them along. Only 30 seconds on the Jeopardy Think music. One of the greatest songs ever written. But this is going to determine, and it appears it is a technical foul, so Union would get possession of the ball after these free throws if that is the case. Well, now I guess it was just to determine if it was a foul at all, so they're on the line, so this is not a technical foul. It is a 2-shot foul. So these are big for Johnson, and we'll watch them with you. No. He badly needs this one just to protect a 1-point lead. Missed them both. Williams with his 11th rebound. As I remind you again, West Alabama has never led. And Williams so cool under pressure. They spread the offense out. He's going to take it right down the lane. Couple of ups. It's stolen by Littlepage. There was a lot of contact there in the paint. Knocked away. Here goes Johnson. They're going to take it down the lane, and it goes off the iron. Down to 45 seconds. You might better check your blood pressure before this is over with, because every one of you at home may be having hypertension before it's over. As we said, it could come down to defense. And he followed it right through, and the foul. And Union was not able to defend it, and here we are with 25 seconds remaining. It is the first lead of the entire game, and a chance at a three-point play of all things. And this is one of the things that you just call heartbreak for a team like Union in so many instances. And that's not over. But this is like what Alabama has often done to a lot of teams that have been right up in their category in football. And they used to do that to the University of Georgia, did it actually some this year. But truth is, they would trail the entire game and then score with less than a minute left to win it. And they have had an enthusiastic section of fans that largely is made up of their women's basketball team, but they have been loud. All right, it is not going to be a free throw. One of the officials signaled basket and foul. It's not. So Union with perhaps the final possession of the game and a chance to send it to overtime or to win it. It's Littlepage and Johnson. Knocked away. 9 seconds remaining. And Dave Niven's going to talk it over. We're not going to leave it. We're going to stay right with it. He has been known for drawing up exciting plays close to the end, and I can tell you what goes through Dave's mind. Try to get it into anybody's hands that has a good look. It doesn't matter. We're not trying to be heroes and win it with a three, but if you can get it into overtime at home, that's as good as anything else. But they have trailed for only 14 seconds in this game. And it comes down to this. And you can see the tightness and the intensity on the part of this West Alabama team that has fought all the way back from 18 down. They were behind 51-33 with 16 minutes to go. And little by little, they clawed away with it, and then they tied it at 59 with 7:08 remaining. They're trying to decide which one to look for in this case. You work on these kinds of things in practice. You try to simulate what you would do in this kind of game condition, down by 2, and with our clock says 10, but the big clock, that's the official one, says 9 seconds remaining. Shot clock doesn't matter here. All right, here goes your ball game. They can't wait long. They got to hurry. They're down to 3, and they're not going to get it. Too long in the corner, and they simply could not find anybody open, and it's a heartbreaker for Union and a huge celebration from the West Alabama women's team that their team has really given support to the Tigers this afternoon, and you can see the frustration on Union not even being able to get a shot off there at the end. They waited too long in the corner to find somebody to come open toward the ball. And your final is 71-69 West Alabama, as Union will drop to 7-6 on the season and 4-5 in the Gulf South. West Alabama 10-3 on the campaign. And it was a tremendous comeback job on the part of Nick Woodruff's Tigers here tonight. Just a tremendous comeback all the way across. Let me give you the final scoring totals, and this was a show that was led by one of the conference's tremendous players, and that's Thad Williams. 26 points, 11 of 17 from the floor. And you got halfway through the first half, and he had only scored 2 points, but you knew that wasn't going to continue. 26 points that he had, along with 11 rebounds, a double-double. He's our player of the game, and particularly for the way he showed leadership down the stretch. The only other player in double figures was Garner, and he came up with 18, but 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That was huge. He was money from the charity stripe. For Union, 4 players in double figures, led by Ahmad Johnson with 17. It was a big game for him this afternoon, but those last 2 free throws that he couldn't connect on, and I know nobody feels worse about that than he does. 14 points for Parker Applegate, and he had 4 3-pointers in this game. Jeremiah Littlepage, 13. I know they were probably trying to see if they could work it inside to him, but it just didn't happen on that final play. And then one other in double figures for Union, and that is Jordan Pike with 10. So it was a big comeback for West Alabama, and they did it clawing and scratching and grinding, and that's the way the personality of this game was, as opposed to a lot of explosive plays. It was just possession by possession, and they did not panic when they were down 51-33. And their only lead came with 25 seconds left to go in the game, and their defense held up for them, and they defeated the Union Bulldogs 71-69. So it's been a wonderful afternoon to be with you. 94-50 was the Union Lady Bulldogs victory over West Alabama as they go 14-1 on the season. So we will be back here at Fred DeLay Gymnasium on Monday afternoon. 2:55 will be our airtime right here on Flow Sports, and then the men's game will be at 5 o'clock. Earlier times than scheduled because they wanted to get out of competition of some championship football game that's being played Monday night. So anyway, hope you'll be with us Monday. And it has been great to be with you this afternoon. So until we are with you on Monday, this is Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee. These are your folks who have provided you the pictures this afternoon, directed by Paul Schultze, who is also our executive producer. The cameras, Adriana Bolin, Billy Bolin, Eric Inman, and Andrew Burris. And I'm Steve Beverly, your commentator. And as we say, so long from Fred DeLay Gymnasium in Jackson, Tennessee, where the final score was West Alabama 71, Union 69. This has been a presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conferences, and its member institutions. So long, everybody.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.